Hello and welcome back once again to the Thought Estates YouTube channel. This is drum tutorial 4. As with drum tutorial 3, the last video, we're going to be playing along to a track or a couple of tracks. And this video again, we're going to be focusing on trying to play in time. But crucially in this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at a new time signature for you, or potentially not a new one, but we're going to be looking at a different time signature, which is 3/4, and that will be explained in the next section what 3/4 is. So there's going to be two versions of the same backing track, which has got a slightly different pattern from one version to the next. The pattern of the hi-hat changes, but that's going to be the only difference between those two tracks. And then those two tracks, the audio tracks, as with the last video, tutorial 3, those tracks I will put at the end of the video, so you can kind of keep going back to them and replaying them to practice playing in time. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so here we go. We are at the kit, and we're going to attempt playing a 3/4 drum beat now, along with a backing track I've made. I'll just quickly demonstrate what 3/4 sounds like as a time signature, how you count it, and then we'll have a go at playing along to the first track, which has a very straightforward count on the hi-hat, and then there's the same backing track again, where I've changed the drum pattern on the hi-hat, so it's double what the first pattern is. So you're hitting the hi-hat twice as many times in the same period. Okay, so 3/4 is kind of like a waltz. It can be described as like a waltz kind of tempo or rhythm. Sometimes it can be described as a march. Now, what we've been used to doing is playing 4/4, which is where there's 4 beats in a bar, and we're counting all 4 beats in the bar before we go back to the one again. So we're going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the difference with 3/4 is there's still 4 beats in the bar, but we're only counting 3 of them before we go back to 1. If that makes sense. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So just to give a quick demonstration before we hear the backing track of a 3/4 drum beat, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So as you see, it's really simple on the hi-hats, just going. Yeah, and then what we're doing something different than what we'd normally do with the snare. So the snare's counting 2 and 3 in the bar. So it's go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So shall we try to play it along? So what as with the last exercise, drum exercise, I have the drums coming in and out of the track, and again I'll put these at the end of the video, so you can play along with them. So the drums start, the drums drop out, and then they come back in again. So we're just going to see if we keep in time. I think the hi-hat keeps going, so I'll have the hi-hat keeps going all the way through to kind of give us give us a bit of a pulse there. But we're going to do the same thing again as in the last tutorial. Is we're going to try and play along to the backing track and stay in time with it. Okay, so should we give that a go? Okay, now how good a job did I do there? I think I went out of time a few different places there. I know there wasn't much of a count in there at the start, but I think there's enough of the track to there for you kind of to join in when you can. You can let it play for a little bit until you get the tempo of it, and then join in. So that was the first pattern with simple on the hi-hat. So now the second pattern is going to be exactly the same backing track, but I'm going to be playing. So it's going to be. So this is a bit more tricky now. So it's all about getting a nice. So if you can, we want to try and get a. You kind of want to get like a little bit of a difference between your kind of every other kind of strike on the hi-hat. So you're kind of going like hard soft, hard soft, hard soft, hard soft. So it's all about using the wrist. So hard soft, hard soft, hard soft, hard soft, hard soft, hard. Yeah. So let's try the second exercise or the second backing track. Okay, right, that's actually took me a couple of goes to do that one. That's actually a bit more tricky. So what we need to do there is just count it in when it starts. Get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Maybe get your bass drum 2, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Before you start playing the hi-hat and the snare. Okay, so let's see how you get on with that. I'll leave the both of those tracks at the end. Might take you a few goes to get the second, play along to the second track with the faster hi-hats or more hi-hats, not actually faster, but just more hi-hat strikes. And again, let me know what you think in the comments. And that'll do it for this tutorial. So I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye for now.